Hi guys, today I wanted to bring you along for a super easy crock pot meal, and it's super frugal, super cheap. I bought a pound of the baby lima beans for $1.36. So this plus the butter we're going to put in is all it's all you're paying for. So super easy, and it will fill you up if that's all you have. Now a lot of people will eat this as a side dish, but I like to get me a big old bowl full with some cornbread and make it a meal. Today it's butter beans. So I let these soak overnight, the long soak method. You could always do the short soak method, which is what I usually do because I think about it as soon as I want it, but I actually thought ahead and I let these soak overnight. So I soaked them and then I rinsed them, made sure there were no bad ones. Always inspect your beans. And to this we're adding 6 cups of water, and I'm going to be home all day. I'm just not going to have time to cook, so I'll be able to watch the water level. And actually, I'm going to add 2 more cups. Because you don't want to burn your beans. And then to this, I am adding a stick of butter. And let that cook in it. If you were doing this in a pot, I usually let my beans cook a while before I put the butter in, but it's in a crock pot today, so I'm just letting it do its thing. And then you can look on Pinterest or wherever, the internet. There's a lot of different recipes for butter beans. I just like throwing in some of this. It gives it a great flavor. It goes great with cornbread. And that's it. I don't make a roux or a gravy. This is just going to cook down. It's going to thicken up because of all the starch, and it is going to be absolutely delicious. So this is going to go on high and maybe 4 hours, and then we'll check it. Alright guys, couple things. First, this went for about 4 hours, and just like I thought, it's perfect. But let me tell you about a couple things. First off, I forgot to tell you that I add an onion. So after I turned the camera off, I realized that, and so I added in 1 chopped onion and just let that cook down with it. And you can see the consistency of it. It's not soupy, it's just nice. I don't even know what you'd call it. It's perfect. It's perfect by itself. It's perfect if you want to add or serve it with cornbread. But let me tell you number 2. In the beginning, I added that 3rd pint of water. I should not have done that, because after the 4-hour mark, the beans were the perfect consistency that I like them. I like them just past done. So they're done, you cook them a little longer, and that's how I like them. But that being said, there was a pint of excess. It was too liquidy for my taste, so I just scooped out a pint's worth and then let it go for about 10 minutes, and this is what we got. So if you do this recipe, it was only 3 pints or 6 cups of water. Don't do 8 unless you want it soupy. So I'm going to get my cornbread in the oven, and we're going to play ourselves we're going to have ourselves a delicious dinner that cost us $1.36, and it's really good. And we did it all in the crock pot. Who doesn't love that? Alright. So I had to bring you over here instead of my counter because I don't have room. I am in the process of doing another cooking video. I'm on a roll the past couple days. It's another freezer meal, so stay tuned for that. But this is, there's the consistency of it. We did not thicken it at all. We did not add a gravy. It has no added flour, nothing to it. It's water, it's beans, it's a stick of butter, and then I used this seasoning to season it. Sometimes I just use salt and pepper and a little garlic. Oh, and there's an onion in there. This is how my mama made it. She made it with just the salt and pepper and the onion, and the butter, which it's delicious that way. I just like adding a little spice sometimes. And then, of course, I have my corn. Woo! Did you just see that happen? So I will give you a taste test, and then I'm going to get to eating my dinner because I haven't eaten all day. Perfect. The texture that I like my beans is just past done. Not mushy, but I like it kind of in between the tender crisp and the mush. It's kind of how I like it. And then the consistency, that's perfect. Spot on. And you have the onions in there. Perfect. You know, you honestly don't even need the cornbread. I just add the cornbread because I really like cornbread. But this is good all by itself. And you could spice it up, add meat to it, you know, whatever you like. But me, how Mama made it is the best way. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys next time for another delicious recipe. Freezer, canning, who knows.